having the best luck today with YouTube, but we give this a shot. This video, yeah, yeah. The purpose of this video is to go over my predictions for week 3 for the NFL because today is Wednesday. It's exciting, I guess. I was going to make coffee, but I decided to drink water instead. So I'll go over my results from last week. And also go over stuff for this week. And I'm going to write everything down. Now, week 1, I don't remember how many I got right and how many I got wrong. But I do have this week's. So I'll give it a little bit longer, and then I'll get into it. So, and when I go over it, I'll talk about scores and stuff like that. So, get that out of the way. So far, not a person has joined. I guess when I'm waiting, I'm gonna get something off my chest because nobody's watching. So 2 days ago, okay, so that's the last time I got good or decent views. I'm a small YouTube channel, so that's the last time I got decent views. And so 2 days ago, when I posted my first scripture video, I got around 468 views, which to me that's okay. That's all right. That's rising to the occasion, right? And then a few hours later, I posted another scripture video, which got like 200 and we'll say 40 views. All right. So then I was like, okay, that's okay. That's solid for getting those types of views at those particular stages. Well, this is where it gets a little irritating being a YouTuber, because YouTube promotes small channels a lot. That's a myth. That's a lie. Okay, they don't really do that too much, which I'm all the way up to 30 people watching. Yeah. But my main problem is yesterday I posted a video. I posted another scripture video, and nothing. And I wait 24 hours before I delete it or whatever. Nothing. So my biggest complaint is YouTube needs to sort of stop playing like favoritism by sending out big, helping the big channels grow. Why don't you throw the little channels a bone once in a while and actually send our videos out like this? That's a freaking super irritating thing. Okay, so Walter said what's going on, Walter? First of all, what's going on, man? You said let the rhythm work, let it cook. It was 24 hours and there was nothing. Okay, so normally with my videos, they get a little bit, I mean, I don't get tons of views, but good gosh, I'm a small channel, just trying to try something, trying to do something, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But I don't really care for them not at least sending my video out a little bit, whatever. But I got 0, and so but normally I get around 200 to 400 views in a 24-hour period, and just to a lot of people that's 0, not a thing. But to me, that's something, and I'm trying to fight for everything I have. Um, I got you. Yeah. So it's an uphill battle, but it becomes frustrating because I feel like I'm fighting an uphill battle that's like this instead of like this, and that should not be the way it's working. I do have 1,000 subscribers, and people are like, yeah, you have 1,000 subscribers, but that doesn't mean anything because it feels still like I'm doing this, like fighting, like striving for everything. What do you want to do in YouTube? Or what do you want to do on YouTube? Well, I just want to succeed. Like a lot of people just want to make money, but I just want to succeed. Um, and just be watched pretty much, you know. Wear a do-rag and you'll get more views. Probably not. I think it's, I mean, I don't think that will necessarily change my reality. Anyways, got that out of there. Welcome to the channel, everybody. I hope everybody's doing tremendous. Um, I just had to get that off my chest a little bit before I got into the NFL Week 3 predictions. Hopefully, I can keep some of you around. Um, yeah, but YouTube needs to remove all of the, yeah, yeah, they do. They truly do need to do that. Um, but it seems like they play favoritism with a lot of things out there. Um, yeah, but I'm just gonna keep on striving, giving myself like 1 year to see where things go and how things develop. But we're going in the right path. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Me 73. Um, how's everybody doing on this well to here is it's beautiful here today, but a couple days ago we had a cyclone hitting North Carolina and we had record rainfall and stuff, and in a few counties we had some roads, well, some bridges and stuff collapse. Well, sections of bridges collapse, and then we had roads completely underwater and stuff like that. So, you know, if somebody wants a pool in their backyard, there you go. There's a pool. All right. Have you ever wondered how many hairs you can pull out before it bleeds? No. It's not really the type of thing I just sit here and just, you know, wonder. What do you do for a living? Right now, I'm an MST individual. Basically, just work for a company, setting up, you know, bays and stuff like that. Um, and but you know, I also do photography and stuff like that on the sides, and eventually that is my goal to ultimately be a full-time photographer. Ultimately set that up as a future gig, a future job, a future occupation that I enjoy to do rather than be forced to do. Um, because life is too short to be, you know, bottled up or boxed up into this realm of uncircumstance, you know, to really feel like you cannot survive because you know the parameters in which other people are holding you accountable for. So I want to um, I want to do photography, and that's it. And I also, you know, I do have a Bachelor of Arts in Telecommunications and stuff too, so it sort of helps out. But it's also like these are competitional type things. Um, you should try it. No, I'm not gonna try it at all. I got I got better stuff to do with my time, I guess you could say. From where do you belong? I belong in the United States of America. Some would say the greatest country of all time. I think there's great things about this country, but I also think there's a lot of stuff that's actually holding us back from doing great things. Um, so, yeah, I think we're okay. I think this is a thriving community, but I also think it's a place that's full of hatred and stuff, and that needs to just, you know, knock it off kind of thing. People need to get along and get a grip on things. Um, give tips on how to reduce the stress. My depression is increasing day by day. I tried many times, but was unable to overcome it. So the way well, I have many different ways that I overcome stress. I, you know, pray to God, um, read my scriptures. But one of the things I do that's not spiritual is I work out. Working out, like I do that mainly because of my plasma and my regiment and stuff like that. But I work out from, it started out just an hour, an hour, and then it turned into an hour and a half. Then it turned into almost 2 hours. So I get very addictive with that thing because it's like this is what drives me. And then afterwards, I have a protein shake, which sometimes involves like oranges or lemons, and lemons are tremendous. And not only give you energy, but they also can reduce, fatigue. They can also reduce like, kidney stones and heart disease and different things like that, and even cancer. So if you need stress reducer, right there it is. So um, that's exactly what you need: lemons, blueberries, fruits, vegetables, stuff like that. Um, well, why somebody's asking if I could, can you combat a real combat in real war? I don't know why somebody's asking that. I don't understand why you're asking that. I'm going to guess I understand where you're from. I almost guarantee I know where you're from. But I can hold my own if that's what you're asking. But yeah, I'm not, going out just, picking a fight with random people if that's what you're asking as well. I don't understand that. And then somebody speaking in another language, which I can speak other languages, but that's not Chinese. So we're just going to move along. It's a dream destination, and I'm from India. Lots of love. Well, thank you for joining me from India. One day I would love to go to India, and I would love to visit India. That'd be tremendous. Um, I think India is a very beautiful place, especially if you get just over the body of water, just straight over the ocean, that sunrise. That'd be epic. And I also would love to go to China. So if I go to China, I might as well just go straight down south towards India and then visit there too. Um, and Julian, welcome to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. All 7 of you. All right, got my stress off my shoulders. Feel a little bit better. Not really. I still feel like I just want to just grab somebody by the trachea and just slam them against the wall. But try not to do that. Try not to break somebody's spinal column. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not. All right. Can I see the outside of your window for a minute? You gonna be standing out there waving at me like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" If you stick around long enough in this video, I'll do it. But right now, I got everything set up in a particular way for this video. So, but if you can wait until later in the video and give me a thumbs up, share this video and stuff. I mean, I can't check who gives a thumbs up. I can't check who shares the video, but every little bit helps, I guess, especially with small channels like myself. Okay. So if you guys have any comments or anything like that, just leave them in the comment section below, and I will get to them as soon as possible, which is basically in a matter of seconds. All right. So week 2 happened in the NFL, and many exciting moments. All right. So week 1, I don't remember what my record was. I didn't write it down. I didn't do it. No. But what I did do is I wrote down week 1 I didn't write down. Week 2 I wrote down, and I actually have it verbatim of what I got right, what I got wrong, and all that stuff from what the video said and what the video suggested. All right. So last Thursday night we had the Buffalo Bills taking on the Miami Dolphins. Okay, so I thought it was going to be a close game. I thought it was going to be a competitive game. I thought it was going to be a back and forth, but it was not. And somebody said New York City. I guess that's where you are assuming that I live. That is incorrect. I do not live in New York City. I am thankful that I do not live in New York City. Even though I would like to go to New York City one day. I know I'm talking about football, but now we're going to talk about something else. I would like to go to New York City because I would like to go to similar places that good old faithful Frank Sinatra went. Which some of you may not know who Frank Sinatra is, but one of the greatest singers of all time. Good old Frank, Mr. Blue Eyes himself. Um, but Frank Sinatra made New York what it was. He even has a song named New York. So I would love to do that. I want to see outside. If you can wait, or you can leave the video and then come back later. I could do it later, but right now I got things set up in a particular way, so I will unfortunately decline on that offer at the moment. But if you can wait, maybe later. All right. So anyways, last week, the Buffalo Bills and the Dolphins, I thought were going to have a competitive matchup. I thought they were going to have a competitive game. It was an okay game. I'll pull up the score right here, right now, right in real time, okay? So the game on Thursday night on September 12th, okay? You have small or very small. I don't even know what the hell you're asking. I mean, I don't know what you're asking. Because, yeah, that's, I don't know what you're asking. You have I ever visited India? No, I have never been to India, um, but I will. I will come to India. I probably won't tell anybody when I go to India because I don't really want to have like a fanfare or have people waiting for me or anything like that. Just want to in, do my business, and get the hell out, kind of thing. Go see where I want to see and then get out, kind of thing. But because I don't interact with a lot of people. A lot of people would look at me and they say, "This guy's a loner. He's lost. He's confused." But actually, I'm not lost and confused. I know how to listen, and a lot of people forgot how to listen. They just voice whatever voice they want to say, and however they want to say it. But yeah. And then you said poor people are banned for India. Um, I don't really think so because, yeah, you might say that, and you might be from India, but there's parts of India that would be more than welcoming because what I've heard from people who I personally know who have lived there or are currently living there that they're very inviting and very friendly. So um, you might be misinformed. I might be misinformed. I don't know. But anyways, getting back to the game so the game happened on September 12th. Yeah, 2024, obviously. Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins. Final score was 31-10. Major thing that happened in this game was that Tua bounced his head off concrete. Well, not really concrete, but he bounced his head off of the asphalt again in the game, turf, and got injured yet again. So I'm just going to go through the basic of the game. I didn't do this last week, but whatever. We're going to do this and have a little bit of fun with it to make this video just a little bit longer. Brother, just ignore those kind of people. I do. I try. But I appreciate it. I appreciate that. And just kidding with this fool man. Yeah. You see, this is the thing in life. I try my dearest and hardest to just be patient with people because some people just like to kid, some people like to joke, some people just have anger issues. And you know what? Listening just cures all that. So I'm just going to do my deal here on YouTube, which is not really much of anything because I'm just a little tiny pea in this little pod. So we're just going to keep on going. So, anyways, for the Buffalo Bills, you know what? Let's just do like the losers first. So the Miami Dolphins, Tua did 17 to 25. So he, had 7 complete passes, 25 attempts, and then his percentage was 68%, 145 yards with 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions. So no matter what, Tua was pretty bad in this game, anyways. He threw 3 picks and got quarterback rating of a 61.33. So he wasn't doing hot. You had Skylar Thompson come in, who Skylar's most likely going to play this week, and he had was 18 of 14 with 80 yards and a 78 QBR score. He had 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, which is not like, woo, that's tremendous. Woo, you did a great job. No, I mean he did all right, but 3 interceptions really got them behind, 31-10. So their top rusher, Devon, got 96 yards, which is tremendous, just amazing. And their number one receiver, let me look at this, it also was Devon. Woo! And he got 69 yards, 1 touchdown. So they did all right, So, and I appreciate all the hearts and all the support. Please quit. I don't like your voice. I don't give a damn what you like, all right? Leave the stream if you don't like my voice. Just get the hell out of here. And if you don't, I will force you to get out by blocking your ass. So it's best for you just to leave if you're just going to cause chaos. And then the key factor here is, see, I had like Tariq Hill in some of my fantasy leagues, and I even had Waylon, Mr. Waddle, in some of my leagues as well. They didn't get any real touches because Waddle, for receiving, got 41 yards, while Tariq Hill got 24 yards, and then Jonku Smith got 53 yards. It's incredible to see that, because the real guy, the person that you should have had in your fantasy leagues, which I did, but I had him benched this past week, which I may pick him up this upcoming week, or put him in the starting lineup, is Devon. I definitely should have done that. So, but the Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen was 13 of 19, 68%, with 139 yards, 1 touchdown, QBR rating of 114. Top rusher for that team was James Cook at 78 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. Even Mitchell Trubisky got which is funny. Mitchell Trubisky for the Buffalo Bills even got a rushing touchdown, which is funny. They had Mitchell Trubisky, a former quarterback. I didn't notice that before. I didn't notice that at all before. I really didn't. That Mitchell Trubisky, they used him as a running back in this game. Now, Mitchell Trubisky got -2 yards, which I'm so fond of him because he's a former Chicago Bear a few years ago and didn't do so well. And then we got Justin Fields, which I think Fields was doing halfway decent. And then they got rid of Fields, and now they got Caleb Williams. Tremendous. So, so yeah, that's that game, and that was I got that one right. So the games I got correct, I'm just gonna go, basic through some of these. Brother, actually, I'm tired right now, so I will join your stream soon. Goodbye. Take care. Cheer. I hope you get good rest. That's really all I can say. And I will, I guess, talk to you in the future, possibly. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. Because I might not be alive tomorrow. And so, who knows? All right. So, 49ers and Vikings, and I'm just going to keep doing my thing. There may not even be anybody watching, but oh well. Okay, so I'm just going to go over these games real quick. So I got this one wrong. I picked the 49ers to defeat the 49ers to go over on the Vikings. It was a close competitive game. It could have went either way, to be honest. But at the end of the day, the Vikings did well. So 49ers quarterback, the head quarterback, Brock Purdy, he threw 28 to 36, 319 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, 111 quarterback rating. He did very well. Tremendous, to be honest. He did amazing. He's a good quarterback. And the thing is, he was the last pick a couple years ago, and then he comes in and he steals the whole entire show. because another quarterback got injured and he stepped up, and then history was made. Their top rusher was Jordan Mason, who basically stepped in for Christian McCaffrey because Christian McCaffrey's was out of action that week, and now Christian McCaffrey is going to be out of action this week. So if you do have Christian McCaffrey in your starting lineup, pull him and make. Well, if Jordan Mason's still available, I would pick Jordan Mason up because even last week, or even in week one, he got decent numbers as well. So Jordan Mason will be playing again for week number 3. And their top receiver was Debo Samuel, which actually, sadly, I think Debo is going to be missing a little bit of time. I think he will be. I'm not entirely positive on that, but I did read a report that he might be missing between 2 and 4 weeks. So he got 110 yards, while George Kittle got 76. Those are the top receivers for that unit. George Kittle would end up getting a touchdown as well. Okay, so that was the Niners. And the Vikings, see, Sam Darnold has been on many teams. Many people have brought this up, that he's been on many teams. And the Carolina Panthers, he actually used to be on. And he did okay with them. But ultimately, he fails in that team. Okay. Sam Darnold, on this particular occasion, he's doing tremendous things with the Vikings, and I'm happy that he's doing well, because his draft class, he was looked at as a success story going into the season, but then after the season, it was a little bit of a letdown. So because he got drafted by a team that just reeked, like were horrible, and all that good stuff. So yeah, so Sam Darnold was 17 to 26. 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception with 118.27 QBR rating, which is just outstanding. That's amazing. Okay, so their top rusher was Ty Chandler, who is also a quarterback during the game too. But I think they did like a fake out type thing where Ty seemed like he was going to throw the ball, but he actually ran with the damn thing. So he was a top rusher. Aaron Jones only got 32 yards. Receiving, number one receiver, obviously, Justin Jefferson, 133 yards, 1 touchdown. Jalen Naylor also got 54 yards. He got 1 touchdown as well. It's pretty exciting things, but the Vikings, at the end of the day, got the victory and walk into week number 3 undefeated. One of a few teams undefeated, and going back, Buffalo Bills are still undefeated as well. So moving right along. So we go into Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Lions. I got this one correct. I was actually, during the process of this, I was looking at these two teams and I was thinking, Lions last year did incredible numbers. They did incredible things. They looked incredible. They did incredible. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick the Lions, but something told me Buccaneers are on a roll. They're doing tremendous. They got a really good team. Mike Evans and Godwin are just one of the best wide receiver duos right now, and so I changed my mind. So I got that one correct. And looking at their numbers, we're going to look at the Lions first since they lost. But Jared Goff was 34 of 55. 307 yards with 2 interceptions and 66 QBR rating. If he would have, even if he would have not have gotten any touchdowns but got 0 interceptions, he would have done amazing things. They possibly would have even won the dang game because it was 20-16, so they lost by 4 freaking points. So they would have won the game if he would have not thrown the ball away. Okay. So their top rusher for the week was Gibbs, 84 yards, did tremendous things. David Montgomery, though, a former Chicago Bear, he got a touchdown as well with 35 yards. And then, let's see, St. Brown got 119 yards, 0 touchdowns, but, it happens, right? So they did good, but the thing is, you need to avoid the interceptions, because if you do not avoid the interceptions, you have a higher probability of losing games. Or get benched even. And I don't see Jared Goff getting benched because he's doing, pretty good. He's winning overall. But at the end of the day, that's what happened to Bryce Young. He met his fate with that whole thing. So then you go to Baker Mayfield, who was the quarterback of the Buccaneers that picked up the victory. He got 12 of 19, 185 yards, one touchdown, one interception, 102 QBR rating. This is like the opposite almost of what um, the other quarterback in Jared Goff got. So rushing was the number one rusher for this was Baker Mayfield at 34 with one rushing touchdown. Receiving was Chris Godwin at 117 with one touchdown. Mike Evans only had 42, but 42 is still pretty good for his age. So, I mean, close game, and I got that one correct. Okay. And I know nobody's watching the video right now, but whatever. All right. Next, and actually, you know what? I'm just going to go over. I'm gonna continue doing what I was doing. So next we have Seahawks and Patriots, which I did pick the Seahawks to defeat the Patriots. Um, Seahawks won, defeating the Patriots 23-20. Let's see. So Jacoby Brissett threw 15 of 27 for 149 yards, one touchdown, zero interceptions, 87 QBR rating. Antonio Gibson got 96 yards total rushing. And then their top receiver was Hunter Henry at 109 yards. That's pretty good. And then the Seahawks. Geno Smith got 33 at 44, 327 yards, one touchdown, 110 QBR rating. Top rusher was good old Zachary Charbonnet, whatever. 38 yards, one touchdown, run rushing touchdown. And their top receiver was Jackson Smith, who got 117. But DK Metcalf got 100. Oh, yeah, he got the number one. DK Metcalf got 129 with one touchdown. So yeah. Okay. And I think going forward with this video, I think I'm just going to not talk really about who did what in what game because that's more my personal time with looking at who I'm going to pick up in fantasy and stuff. If I had a bigger audience and stuff, maybe I'll do that in the future, but right now, no, because I got 0 viewers. So I'm just going to go through the final scores. So Packers, I got this one wrong because I picked the Colts to defeat the Packers, but the Packers defeated the Colts 16-10. The next one, I did pick the Jags to get over. So I got that one wrong too. Because I originally picked the Jags to beat the Browns. But actually, the Browns defeated the Jaguars 18-13. I also got this one wrong. The Raiders actually would defeat the Ravens 26-23, which is, was a pretty solid showing at Minshew did there, which just for comparison. So Gardner Minshew got 30 of 38, 276 yards, one touchdown, one interception, 101 QBR rating. And their number one rusher was Zamir White, while their number one receiver was Devontae Adams at 110 with one touchdown. And then the Ravens was 21 of 34, one touchdown, one interception, 88. So it wasn't doing as well. And then their number one rusher was Derrick Henry, 84 yards, one touchdown. And then their number one receiver looks like Mark Andrews at 51 yards, 0 touchdowns. So, yeah. So I got that one wrong too. Um, the next one, Saints over Cowboys. I got that one correct. 44-19. I told people at work, I said, the Saints defense looks good week one. And they looked at me and said, well, it's just the Panthers, though. And then, they said the real test will come what they do with the Cowboys. And they destroyed those Cowboys. And the end of the score was 44-19, and their defense and their offense really did really well. The next one, I got that one correct. I picked the Redskins over the Giants, and that was a close competitive fight. I do believe, though, that the Giants did have a better game than the Redskins. They looked more fit. Daniel Jones actually looked like he belonged in that game. Yeah, so that's where it's a little bit like if the Giants would have been better time managers, they probably would have won the game. Cardinals beat the Rams. They beat them bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I'll go through this game. Um, so the Rams, Matthew Stafford got 19 of 27, 216 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 102 QBR rating. So he did pretty good on that flank. Um, Blake uh, Corum got 28 yards rushing. I think I'm tired. But anyways, top receiver was Demarcus Robertson. He got 50 yards. Okay, so don't look bad right now, but it's going to look bad in a second. So Kyler Murray got 17 of 21, 266 yards, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 158.33 QBR rating. That's just amazing. Top rusher. So you have James Conner, 122 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. That's just incredible. Then you had Marvin Harrison Jr., 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then you had Elijah Higgins, 18 yards, but he got a touchdown. It's just like, and then Trey McBride, who's their tight end, got 67 yards, 0 touchdown. It's just like they had one key player after another got, points on the board, and they just beat the holy hell out of the Rams. Cardinals week one looked impressive as well. Who going back? Let's see. Man, I'm tired. I'm telling you right now, I'm tired. I'm tired of this shit. All right. Anyways, the Buffalo Bills is who they played. So they lost to the Buffalo Bills. Okay, 34-28. So let's look at their scores. So Kyler Murray threw 21 to 31, 62 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, 94 QBR rating. Okay. Kyler Murray got the top rushing, so 57 yards, but James Conner got a rushing touchdown at 50 yards. Right. Top receiver was Greg Dorotch or whatever. He got 47 yards. Trey got 30. Oh my gosh. I'm about to fall asleep. Josh Allen got 18 of 23, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 147 QBR rating. He got 2 rushing touchdowns as well, 39 yards. And their top receiver, Khalil, got 42 yards, 1 touchdown. I think, yeah. And then Coleman got 51 yards as well. So they could have won that game too. And so the Bills could be actually sitting at 1-1 while the Cardinals are undefeated. So just need better time management. Anyways. All right, so back to excuse me. Back to the games I got right and wrong. So I did pick the Cardinals or the Rams. I figured it was going to be a closer game, but it was blowout. Then I did pick the Steelers over the Broncos. The Steelers won 13-6. I did pick the Chiefs over the Bengals, even though in real life I thought that the Bengals should have won that game. I think it was really close, really competitive. But at the end of the day, um, Chiefs were better time management, or they have somebody in their back pocket. But yeah, 26-25 on that one. The Texans, I got that one right too because I had a feeling that C.J. Stroud was going to do better, but actually the Bears defense held C.J. back from scoring big points, so the game was low scoring because the Bears are known, like throughout the history of the Chicago Bears, they're known to have a tremendous defense, like a real good defense, and they're also known to having a mediocre to lousy offense continuously throughout their history. Um, so and then on Monday Night Football, which I got this one wrong too, because I did originally pick the Eagles over the Falcons, but the Falcons defeated the Eagles 22-21. So now I'm going to do right for the pencil. And my pencil. And I'm going to put the date on here too, which is, well, all right. So, let me fix that real quick. Okay. So tomorrow we have the Patriots and the Jets one-on-one. Okay, so we have the quarterbacks are Jacoby Brissett and Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Um, Ultimately, the Patriots have a team that's being elevated a little bit, and the Jets, they same about the same damn thing. Okay, so they're trying to elevate them both. Um, Basically, they're being re-driven, repackaged, refinalized. Okay, so Patriots don't look bad. They don't look bad. Um, I think I'm gonna have to pick the Patriots. So the reason I'm picking the Patriots is because I think that they're a more full, more driven team, more driven organization at the moment. The Jets just they seem like Aaron Rodgers is like the key star, which Aaron Rodgers is not playing his top game any longer. And so I think the team overall is going downhill and they're down a big down slope. Um, I think it's going to be a decent game. I think it's going to be back and forth, unlike some of these games. But yeah. So all right. So let's get into it. We got the 1 o'clock games. Um, we have the Chicago Bears taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Okay, so the Indianapolis Colts have struggled a little bit. Um, Richardson is doing good stuff, but he's throwing a decent amount of picks, and that's not going to be good. So they got a better offense, I would say, than the Chicago Bears at the moment. But the Chicago Bears have that incredible defense. Really solid defense. Um, so do I go with the Bears or do I go with the Colts? Well, last week you had the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears, and the Bears almost won, and they took it to them. And not just because of their defense, but because their offense is improving, but improving slowly. So I'm going to pick the Bears over the Colts. Okay. The second 1 o'clock game is the Chargers versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. Okay. So Chargers are still undefeated. Okay. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Okay. I believe then the Steelers are also undefeated as well. It actually doesn't say their actual record. What the hell? It should. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. So the Chargers are undefeated, and so are the Steelers. So get this back to where it needs to be. Oh my gosh. So it's going to be a fight. Okay, so we're going to have another team lose their undefeated streak. Chargers to me seem like more of a legit team. Okay, a team that you should be afraid of. Steelers still have a little bit of kinks to work out. So I'm going to pick the Chargers over the Steelers. Okay. I think it's going to be a good game, though. And I'm sort of rushing through it because I don't have any viewers, and this is what I don't want. I don't want to just be fucking talking to myself. Okay, next we have Packers and Tennessee Titans 1-on-1. Packers actually shockingly last week won with Malik Willis, which a lot of people are like, oh man, Malik's starting, they're not going to win. Malik is good, and the Tennessee Titans made a mistake. But the Titans haven't won a game yet. Okay, so we go from the opposite situation. So the Chargers, Steelers, two undefeated teams facing off. What? Which I think Chargers are going to win. We got Packers, we got Tennessee Titans, and I think Tennessee Titans have a lot to prove. Okay, so they got Tony Pollard, and Tony's doing good. Is he doing better or similar to what Derrick Henry did when he was there? Not really, because Derrick Henry is just a different type of animal. But he's doing pretty damn good for what he's doing. The Packers, Malik Willis looked decent, but he still has a lot to improve on. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick the Tennessee Titans to defeat the Green Bay Packers. And that mainly has to do with the talent that both teams have. And I think the Titans will get that victory. So next is a 1 o'clock game, but I think it could be one of the best games of the entire weekend, which is the Eagles and Saints. So you got a decent offense. They're a little lackluster now because A.J. Brown is currently on the shelf. and then the Saints, who are looking pretty damn good, pretty healthy, strong defense, strong offense. Derek Carr looks amazing. So I'm going to go with the Saints. I think the Saints are going to continue this role that they're in. And actually, sadly, Eagles are going to have now one. They're going to be 1-2, I believe, after week 3. And so I'm taking the Saints over the Eagles. I think that defense is going to stop Jalen. I think it's going to stop Smith. I think it's going to stop the entire Eagles team. Okay. But I think it's going to be one of the best games of the weekend. Next, we have the Tennessee Titans and the Vikings. Um, these two teams are also undefeated. So you have, it's weird that you get undefeated teams like playing each other so close to the beginning of the season, but whatever. So Tennessee Titans have been on a roll, but last week the Bears almost stopped them. And then the Minnesota Vikings, um, they have like a shocker type thing where Sam Darnold's like doing really well and he's done horrible in other teams and other organizations. So what I think is going to happen, excuse me, what I think is going to happen is that man, it's going to be a competitive fight. Um, I think somehow the Texans are going to win. I think their offense is going to do similar things what it did last week to the Chicago Bears, and it's going to defeat the Vikings. Um, I would be shocked um, that the Vikings defeated the Texans, but I'm going to be. I'd be pleased if that happened, but I think the Texans are going to outmaneuver them slightly. So I'm picking the Texans over the Vikings, which the Vikings will only have one loss. But still. Next 1 o'clock game is the Giants and Browns, which both are dreadful teams. But Giants looked improved last week. They just should have capitalized on the time management. And then Browns, yeah, they're not doing good. So I'm tired, man. I've yawned like 400 times in this video. I'm picking the Giants over the Browns. I think that the Browns or the Giants are finally going to get their win, which they should have got it last week. But the next 1 o'clock game, we only have one more. That's the Broncos versus the Buccaneers. The Broncos, Bo Nix, uh, he's doing typical rookie things, making small mistakes, but those small mistakes lead to bigger consequences down the road. I think the Buccaneers are going to. Baker Mayfield's going to continue doing what he's been doing. That's just completely dominating. He gets one of the best wide receiver groups in all NFL right now. And so he's going to capitalize on this. I think that the Bucs are going to defeat the Broncos. Okay. So that's all the 1 o'clock games. In review, I picked the Bears over the Colts, the Titans over the Packers, the Texans over the Vikings, the Buccaneers over the Broncos, the Giants over the Browns, the Saints over the Eagles, and the Chargers over the Steelers. All 1 o'clock games. And also on Thursday night, I picked the Patriots over the Jets. Okay. Now, 405, we have two games, which is the Miami Dolphins taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Um, the question is who's going to be the starting quarterback for the Miami Dolphins since Tua is going to be IR for at least 4 weeks. Geno Smith and the Seahawks look good. They look primed. I pick them to win. And mainly, I mean, the Dolphins still have good weapons and stuff, but I think that the Seahawks are going to work, and just take them out pretty much. Use their defense to weaken Skylar Thompson, which he's most likely going to be the starter. So the next 405 game is the Panthers versus the Raiders, and the Panthers look like total garbage. It's not going to really, none of that's going to change just by adding Andy Dalton to the team or adding him to the notion. It's not a thing's going to change. It's all going to remain exactly the same. They think by changing who's a quarterback, who's going, Bryce being benched or not benched or whatever, is going to change the depiction of the team. The depiction of the team is not going to change depending on who's going to be throwing the ball. You need somebody for them to throw the ball to. The team was scoring like high school type points, like 15 rushing or whatever. It was dreadful. So Raiders are, I picked them to defeat the Panthers. All right, and then we got 405 games, which is Ravens and Cowboys, which I'm shocked still that the Ravens still haven't won a game. But yeah. And then you got the Cowboys who yeah, got blown out last week by the Saints. Ravens have so much potential. Like really. And so do the Cowboys. That this is going to be another top-notch game too. Um, I'm gonna pick the Ravens to defeat the Cowboys. I think the first victory for the Ravens is going to be over the Cowboys. Okay. Next 405 game is the 49ers versus the Rams. Rams, I believe, are going to be Cooper Kupp's going to be missing some time. 49ers. Oh boy, here we go again. I'm tired. I'm telling you, I'm tired. I even look tired, all glassy eyed and everything. And I'm not staying on here for like 3 hours like I did last time because I'm not getting any shots, no views. I think I'll take the 49ers over the Rams. Yeah. So. Then we got the last 405 game. Yeah, 425 game is the Lions and the Cardinals. That's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. But I think the Cardinals are gonna win. They've been dominant every week. They did lose week 1 to the Bills, but they look good. So I'm picking the Cardinals. Over the Lions. They look like a better team at the moment. Then Sunday Night Football, we have the Chiefs, we have the Falcons, and the Falcons look like a team that's improving, and then the Chiefs look like a team that's struggling just slightly. All right, so I'm going to pick upset time. I'm picking the Falcons to defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah. And then Monday Night Football. We got two games on Monday Night Football. We have at 7:30 we have the Jaguars and the Buffalo Bills. Um, Trevor Lawrence has been playing good, but he needs to just improve things. Then you got Buffalo Bills. I'll apologize, but I'm tired. Oh man, and irritated by YouTube. Excuse me. I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills. I think their undefeated streak is going to can continue. But I think it's going to be a decent game. Okay. And the final game is the Redskins versus the Bengals, and the Bengals to me should have won last week against the Chiefs. And the Redskins did win last week, but I don't think they deserved it. I think they played like trash. So I'm going to pick the Bengals over the Commanders, which Bengals actually have not won a game this season yet. And Commanders have won one. They're 1-1. So. All right. If that dude was still part of the thing, I would show him outside, but he's not here. So, and I got no views and no reason to do this any longer. Might as well. Just hang up my damn boots. Sometimes I wonder why I even try this shit, you know? It doesn't work, you know? It doesn't work at all. Yep, it doesn't work. So, anyways, I'll be working out tomorrow, and tonight I gotta figure out my fantasy football leagues and stuff like that, and then figure this all out. I'm tired. I set up stuff at work today for Christmas and ready for the season to be over with. So, anyways, thank you guys all for the love and the support. I will talk to you guys in the near future. Hope everybody has a tremendous day. God bless.